Hi everyone, today I'm going to tell you something about the Philippines that no one dare to expose. If you think that North Korea or even China limits religions and even persecutes religious followers in their own countries, then you are deceived by the Western influence that have been painting those two countries as dictatorship or anti-religious country.
Nice.
How about those countries like the Philippines that make religions compulsory for the people? The Western kind of influence religions, like the Christian or Catholic. Today I'm going to uncover the truth about the Philippines that the world is trying to hide and the people are so afraid to talk about. On paper and what you find on the internet and what the media is telling us, the Philippines is a Christianity country, but the reason why almost all Filipinos have religion is not reflected on anywhere. And you know what the real reason is? The real reason is they must register religion for themselves if they are born in the Philippines. On their birth certificate, there must be a religion in the documents. It is mandatory and the Christianity is the most dominant religion in the Philippines. So a lot of them we see are either Christians or Catholics. If they do not have any religions, do you know what happened? They couldn't process their citizens' identity, like the really official birth certificate, identity cards, driving license, and even passport, and many other things. Everyone in the Philippines expect everyone to have a religion. If you say they have no religion, you say, oh, you got no religion? Really? How can you got no religion? Free finger? You see? When I ask them why they are Christian or Catholic, they don't know. No, they couldn't give me any answer, but they will say that it's their parents arranged for them since baby. Do they understand Bible? Their answer is no. Do they read Bible? A lot of them say no. Do they know the difference between Roman Catholic and Christians? The answer is no too. Do they know John 3:16? No also. A majority of them know nothing about their own religions. They just told me that it's their tradition and they have gotten used to it. Having religion to them is a status. Whether there's commitment or not to the religions, it doesn't matter because it's a government requirement for them to have a religion on their person. So the question is, are the Filipinos brainwashed by the government? Already they are cursed into some religions they did not choose in the first place when they are born. I also asked the parents why they must baptize their children even though they are not church goers. And they just replied to me, they are used to it and it's some sort of tradition to get baptism certificate for their babies. Ironically, they even had to pay for the baptisms to get the certificate so that it can become an official document for the government to process another kind of birth certificate. Many Christians in the Philippines never read the Bibles and never gone to any churches and never known about Jesus. And they claim they are Christian or Catholic. Isn't this a mockery of religions that everyone is signing up for some religions thing for the sake of having a religion? Moreover, Filipinos having other religions are treated differently in the country. For example, the Muslims. Until now, I've not seen any halal food or halal restaurants in the Philippines. Although on the internet, we learned that Filipinos have the freedom to choose any religions they want, but in reality, really, we couldn't find any information on why almost all Filipinos adopted that Western religions. Now we know why. Because when they were born, they already have religions. Is it some kind of forcing human beings to have religions? And what we see in Philippines is that the country is filled with a lot of either Christian or Catholics because they really have no choice. We couldn't really see any temples, Chinese temples, Hindu temples, or even mosques in the Philippines. So what choice do they have? It's Catholic or Christians. It's not like what we have in Singapore. We have the freedom to choose any religions we like. And there are so many temples, churches, mosques, and many kind of religious buildings in Singapore. So how can one have the freedom to choose religion when there are not so many choices for them? When you're in the Philippines, you can see many signages, banners about Christianity like Jesus is our savior, God will provide all your needs, God is love, and all kind of Bible verses. But majority of the Filipinos don't follow what is said in the Bible, and the worst thing is that they don't even have a Bible. It's literally a kind of blasphemy. They only know how to take advantage of the religion they have, that the rich should give to the poor money, or that God can provide all their needs. This way it has created poor people and lazy Filipinos and even beggars around in the country, waiting for someone to give them money or waiting for money to drop from heaven. As such, it creates a mentality for them that any foreigners or any hardworking people people in the Philippines to give them money. Be generous to the lazy people. This is why there are so many scammers, cheaters, corrupt officers, and shameless Filipinos always asking for money. They think it's okay to behave in the way so shamelessly under God's name. If Christianity is a major concern in the Philippines, the country now should be prosperous and free of corruptions, and many Filipinos should be living goody well. Instead of so many crimes and sinful behavior that's happening, and it's so dangerous for many Filipinos who go out at night. The drug addicts are Christians, the scammers are Christians, the thieves are Christians, the murderers are Christians, the kidnappers are Christians, the prostitutes, okay, you see a lot of prostitutes, they are Christians, and even those lesbian gays are Christian, pedophiles are Christians too. And the president who is a Christian or Catholic could even talk about killing people every time. Really preposterous. Only a few honest Filipinos or good Samaritans there could find in the Philippines, and they always told me not to trust anyone in the Philippines. See what I mean? On people cannot trust their own people. So what kind of Christianity society is it in the Philippines? It's literally taking advantage of the religions as an excuse for them to do their own rightful, privileged, bad things in a shameless way. And the really good people in the Philippines are actually suffering under the authoritarian government that's unable to govern the country properly to let the Filipinos to live happily. The government just leave everything for the religious organization to control and manage the people so that they could stay quiet and submissive to the authority. And this is why a lot of people in the Philippines are afraid of talking bad about the government. To me, all religions are the same and equal, and none of them is better than the other, because all of them come with a good purpose to guide our behavior. But if we abuse the religions, it really becomes blasphemy. Do you get what I mean? Remember, subscribe, like, and share my video. See ya.